Hello, everybody! Welcome to Retro Gamer Ranting Season 3. I'm on a third season of this already. I didn't think about that until the holidays. Like, I ended my last Retro Gamer Ranting was basically just a channel update. It wasn't even anything special. So I was just, all of a sudden, I'm like, holy crap, this is when I ended it last year and started a new one. So I've already have 3 seasons, and I don't think I've even been doing this for, I've only been doing it for a year. But that's what happens in YouTube. I see that all the time. I see people have like 4 seasons of something on YouTube in a year's time because they decide to take a week off, and then they're like, oh, time to start a new season. Nothing wrong with that. That's what YouTube's all about. So welcome to the 3rd season of Retro Gamer Ranting. Insert applause here. See, now, if this was my old computer, I would actually have had a sound effect for that. Maybe I'll find one and put it in there. I'm going to have to. I miss my old computer because it's one of those things where I used to be like a sound effect junkie. Like, I would collect waves, WAV files of everything. And how I basically did it was, back in the day, I used to get PC Gamer. I was a huge PC Gamer fan. The magazine, PC Gamer magazine, actually. Coconut Monkey for the win. But, you get the demo CDs, which I loved, because if you looked in these CDs, if you looked in all the folders and the demos, you'd usually find tons of sound effects. And I just had a huge library of thousands and thousands of sound effects from, people applauding, to guns, to metal sounds, to cars, to space. And it just, any time, and I used to dabble with that all the time. I used to make little sound arrangements and everything. And then that computer crashed on me a few years back, and the hard drive I was never able to recover. I think I still have the hard drive. Maybe one day I'm going to have to try and figure it out. And I just lost those, and it broke my heart because I literally had a sound effect for everything. Categorized too. I was crazy about it back then. But I digress. Holidays are over. Finally over for me, at least officially. I just wrapped up the holiday season with my extended family over this weekend. It was really fun. Little weekend. Got to have another Christmas, and I finally think I can officially do my gaming loot vlog, I guess, blog, which I did last year around this time, where I basically said everything I got, video game-wise, from around the holiday. By the way, I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday as well, a safe holiday, and you got everything you wanted. And this year, I got a lot of digital stuff, digital download stuff, like my cousin, my brother-in-law, and I basically exchanged gifts on Steam like crazy for the holiday. My wife was nuts about this. She's just like, they're not going to have anything to unwrap. Well, they can unwrap it in Steam. But we just went nuts. Steam had some awesome deals in December, and we just, really awesome stuff. First off, most of the people know that I did get Saints Row the Third from my cousin, Captain Switch, or Sterling Steedley, if you've watched on, I don't know what nickname he wants. I keep asking him. He's doing Sterling Steedley right now or something like that. And he got me Saints Row the Third. Really just addicting game. I don't know. I got that at the start of December. Looks like I put it says 59 hours into it already. I have only played halfway through the game. I just have way too much fun just running around causing a bunch of chaos. I've already upgraded my character completely to level 50. I've already got all the weapons, all the cars practically. It's just crazy. But it's a very addicting game. It's not brain surgery. It's not the best game on earth, but for those kind of people out there who love a good sandbox game that pretty much just lets all the shackles off, just lets you loose, like literally right off the bat. Like with most of the more recent and most Grand Theft Auto games and sandbox games similar, you have to kind of work your way from the bottom up, and you start with crappy guns and crappy cars and a crappy pad. Like literally in Saints Row the Third, by like the 3rd or 4th mission, you have an awesome pad, pretty much all the guns you could want, access to whatever vehicles you want. You can customize them, you can buy up everything, and it's just, you're pretty much just, you're not uber right away, but feel pretty kick-ass right away, because, you got gang members you can command, so it's really sweet. It's really sweet. So I kind of gave myself a present around the holidays, because there was a good deal on Steam. I got myself the Left 4 Dead series, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. Me and Mad Dog have done some playing on it. I really suck at it. I want to do some Let's Plays of it with me and Mad Dog and my cousin, probably Steedley. If I do, I already know what I'm going to title it. I'm probably going to title it I Suck at Left 4 Dead. But it blew my mind. Like, it was never really on my radar. And then my cousin came over and he had it and I played it a little and I'm just like, this is pretty sweet. You know, it's just engrossing. The missions are fun and you feel like you're in a survival horror situation. I've never played a game that made me feel like I was in an actual movie survival horror situation. And that's what's just crazy about it. And it's an older game, but it's very fun. And my best friend, B-Dog, he got me Serious Sam 3 before First Encounter. That's what BFE stands for, and I didn't know that. I just thought it meant something dirty. Pretty sweet game, definitely old school. I don't know if I'd rate it any higher than Serious Sam, the Second Encounter, which is my favorite Serious Sam, but I'm still playing through it. Definitely old school. I really went through a rebellion of the whole anti-Call of Duty-like game this year. I really wanted to just play old school-like games that had nothing to do with having to aim down the sight and only being able to hold 2 weapons at a time and that kind of stuff. And for that purpose, Serious Sam 3 was just right up my alley because it's just you can hold as many weapons as you want, enemies everywhere, no cover, all that good stuff. So Serious Sam 3, really sweet. I hope to have a review for a lot of these games, maybe, knock on wood. So we'll see, but it was pretty fun. So far, it's pretty fun. Mad Dog got me another not old school shooter, but one that's been kind of slammed on a bit, but I'm a very old school fan of this series. Duke Nukem Forever. He got me Duke Nukem Forever. I was a huge Duke Nukem 3D fan. I'm pretty impressed with Duke Nukem Forever. I don't think it was as bad as a lot of people let it out to be. The one thing that disappointed me is that they decided to go like every other first-person shooter and only allow you to hold 2 to 4 guns depending on how you set it in your options. And I'm just like, come on. I mean, if they're going to give you the option to do 2 to 4, might as well say 10. Because it's Duke Nukem. He's a badass. I mean, he was the template for Serious Sam, you know, and in Serious Sam 3, you were able to hold all the guns you want. So I kind of was happy to see him again, and he does still feel like Duke Nukem to me, but in a way, kind of Duke Nukem that gave in to some of the pressures but it's definitely not as bad as what people say. There's been a new campaign DLC that got released. Haven't played that yet, and honestly, kind of delves even farther back into Duke Nukem's history. So it kind of takes on a story similar to like Duke Nukem 1 and 2 when he was in this 2D side-scrolling games. Speaking of 2D side-scrolling, transition! Mad Dog also got me the Commander Keen Complete Collection. That's right. Commander Keen Complete Pack on Steam. Honest to God, I am so old school PC gaming that I played these games. I loved these games. I was one of those people who, while everyone was talking about Super Nintendo and Genesis and Nintendo games, I was sitting there going, well, what about Commander Keen and Halloween Harry and Bio Menace and blah, blah, blah. You know, this was ID Software before, well, not necessarily before Doom, but, well, it did stuff besides Doom. And it's such a cheap pack. You can get it for $5 on Steam. And it's been on, I think he got it for me for like $2 during the thing. It's just $5. Everyone who has never played Commander Keen should really just go on Steam, find it, buy the complete pack. It's $5. I'm checking it right now. It is $5. You're going to complain about the controls, but the thing is, there's so many missed gems on the PC, and this was one of them, because no one talked about PC gaming back then in the 90s and 80s. No one did. It wasn't considered a contender, but it had its own stuff. It had Jazz Jackrabbit. It had Commander Keen. You know, and a lot of people, Jazz Jackrabbit was just a clone of Sonic. Well, Sonic, if he had a gun. And these were all just really wonderful titles. And no one, unless if you were an old school PC gamer, knew about. And no one even talked about. You know, it's all Mario, Sonic, blah, 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 blah. And not to say anything against them. Those are all great titles, but I honestly think Commander Keen should honestly be put up there with those icons as being kind of a pioneer in platforming. It's definitely a stranger platform than what you'll be used to, but go and do it. I hope to do, not maybe necessarily a Let's Play, but a quick play through some levels and just talk about my memories from the good old DOS days of gaming. Lost memories, all that good stuff. So that Commander Keen, that's pretty sweet. I think I did it. Is that a hard reset? I forgot about that. Sorry, Mad Dog. Hard reset. I was really surprised by this gem. It's gorgeous. I mean, seriously, I think I'm going to have some footage running in the background of its benchmarking little thing that it runs through. Just gorgeous game. Just totally gorgeous, and I was surprised by it. I didn't know. I knew a little about it. I put it on my wish list. Mad Dog got it for me. It's just uber fun. I hope to do a quick little review of that too. But just Hard Reset was a big surprise to me. I know a lot of people are kind of hard on it too because it's kind of Serious Sam-ish in a way, but it's more corridors and slightly larger areas. There's no multiplayer to it, which was kind of a bummer to it. But I think it's like from some new company, but I see a lot of big things from them if they keep this up. If they can expand, make it bigger. But physical games that I got this year, I've got just recently from my extended family, I ended up getting Street Fighter 3 Third Impact for my Dreamcast. So a little old school there, which was awesome. Played a little of that the other day, and that was pretty sweet. I was really surprised by how awesome that played and looked on the Dreamcast. And Dreamcast was a great fighting game system. It seriously was. And my mom, bless her heart, who thinks there's way too many Mario games, because every year she asks my wife what game I want, and it always seems to be some sort of Mario title. She got me Super Mario 3D Land, which I'd love to do a review of, but it's really impossible, at least with the equipment I have, to actually get, it's really impossible to get footage from a 3DS with the equipment I have. And the thing is about Super Mario 3D Land, like, it's a huge game. It's like it has a very epic feel to it. Not necessarily epic, but it feels bigger than what it should be. It feels bigger than the screen it's on. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It really feels like a game that should be on a television screen. Like it kind of blows my mind because I'm so used to playing flat 2D Mario games on handhelds. And so this is kind of my first Mario game that's in a kind of a 3D space. I know this sounds weird to you, but I'm someone who's used to Mario Land 2, and all the Mario Brothers Advanced titles, and they were all the 2D ones. And so it's hard for me to wrap my head around the 3D space in Super Mario 3D Land. Fun game, but like I said, it feels like it should be on a big screen. I honestly wish they'd make an adapter so you could at least plug in your 3DS to your television and, you can see the screen at least. You might not get the 3D effect, obviously, unless maybe they can make it so if you had a 3D television or something, but you want to get the 3D effect. But I would love to see 3D Land on a big screen. I think I'd be able to control it better too for some reason, but it's really excellent. I think I'll do some sort of review with it, but I think like the only footage I'll have will probably be like of trailers and stuff. So I think that's it. I think that is pretty much the games I got for the holidays. I do have a birthday coming up here soon, so who knows then, but whatever. A lot of good games. I think it was a pretty decent haul. So anyway, you guys, welcome back to the third season of Retro Gamer Ranting, and I hope you guys all had happy holidays, and leave a comment down below about what gaming-related stuff did you get for the holidays this year, for Christmas, if you enjoyed it, if you are enjoying it, and all that good stuff. I appreciate it. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and all that good mumbo-jumbo and favorite and whatever, all the jazz that you're supposed to say when you have a YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. It helps fan the fire of awesome that I try to be for you guys. I have some really great ideas coming up for this year. I'll probably do a channel update real soon, kind of going into detail for it, so please stay tuned. Till next time, game fans, this is Twitch Hesserf. Keep playing, and thanks for watching.